Cool.
Awesome.
Yeah. I think Susan is on.
Hiya. Hello.
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 Yes, can
Yeah.
you hear me?
We
Yeah,
can.
I can hear you. What's up? Is there a lag or anything? Make sure you don't have your stream on while you were trying to talk to us on Skype.
I've put it on to mute. Is that okay?
Yeah, that should work.
Thank you very much.
So what's up?
Yeah, it's about, I had been in a Christian fundamentalist group for about 30 years.
Mm-hmm.
And I had never, ever been saved. But I lived in fear because they said, obviously, I believed it, I would die and go to hell. And that was horrible, living that for 30 years.
Yes.
Oh, I'm sorry. How long ago did you step away from it?
15 years ago.
Oh,
wow.
Okay, so that's been a while, yeah.
The thing is that I know and I have now accepted that there's no God, and I feel as if I should have, I had developed phobias because I didn't want to travel or anything like that. And I still have the fears even though I've walked away from it all.
Yeah, so that's actually not uncommon. And it's, I mean, you had 30 years of indoctrination into this. So, I mean, it would really be astonishing if you didn't have, you know, some residual fear as a result of that. So, do you have access to a secular therapist that you can talk to?
See, here in the UK, it's very difficult, really, really difficult, because it's not such an issue in the UK. You know, you can quite freely walk about as an atheist and it's okay, but you've really got people that have got problems coming away from a religion.
So, because Glasgow is a very Christian country in general, like has a very large Christian population?
It's quite a free-thinking country, really.
Yeah.
Okay.
You know.
Well, if you were going to look for a therapist or a counselor or something, I would imagine that searching for a specifically secular therapist would be a good way to go about it. And you know, if you're interested in some kind of counseling, I think it pays to bear in mind that although a counselor, when you're talking to them, feels kind of like an authority figure, you should always keep in mind that they are an employee of yours that you are hiring to help you work through your problems. And if you find someone who is telling you or who is making you feel bad about leaving your religion, then that is somebody that you need to fire because you are empowered to do that as the person who's seeking out help.
The difficulty is that there isn't any kind of anti-religious or support in any way here. I've tried to find it in Glasgow, in Scotland, in the UK, and it's really difficult.
Okay. Susan, I'm going to give you a website address.
Yes.
It's recoveringfromreligion.org. And if you go there, you can search on some resources, and you might find a local therapist or a local support group. And if not, then you can reach out to them. There may be some online resources that you can tap into, and they may also be able to help you start a support group, because if you're out there suffering like this, there's a good chance some other people are as well.
Yes.
So,
I appreciate that. Thank you very much.
Yeah, so I would encourage you to reach out to other people that may be in your same position. Maybe there's some people that they were able to work through these fears and they can offer some help for you. But I really think you need what we were talking about earlier in the show, this human connection right now. That would help you get through this.
I think that's what it is. I feel very isolated because I don't know any other people like myself.
Yes.
Yeah, well, that feeling of isolation and not knowing anybody that you can talk to about your problems it can be a big part of the challenge of being a non-believer or an atheist. And I feel like being lucky enough to live in a place where we have all these wonderful and supportive people right here in the atheist community of Austin has been a big part of what makes it much easier for me to be open in public about my atheism. And I think that finding at least a local group of people that you can talk to. I mean, for all I know, there might even be atheist groups within driving distance of you. That is also something that you should look into.
I will continue to look. But you guys have been a lifesaver, really, for me, because it's helped me to accept. There is other things out there, and it's not all about there's no gods, and I shouldn't feel guilty, and I need to get over this travel phobia that I've got, because I used to fear going anywhere in case something bad happened to me, and then I'd be in hell. So I eventually became, kind of agoraphobic, and and it's just it's just developed into a real problem, and I know that now I am not accepting that there's a God anymore, but I still have these fears, and it's just, sometimes you really need somebody to talk to about it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Well, go to that website and see if there's anything in your local area, and if not, then there is a hotline support that you can contact. And
it's actually called the Hotline Project, I believe.
Yes. And, I mean, they can give you some resources in terms of reading, other things that may help you work through this. So I recommend that you reach out to them.
Right. Well, thank you very much.
All right.
That's much appreciated.
I'm sorry for everything you're going through, but it's really nice to hear that we've been able to help out remotely doing what we do.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Bye.
Bye-bye.
Bye. Bye.
We're going to queue up Carl in South Africa. We've entered the international portion of the show.
Yes.
And I just want to say, you mentioning the Hotline Project makes me feel slightly guilty, because I've really been meaning to actually call in and do some volunteer time on that. But I think that, I'm going to go ahead and plug that any viewers who also don't feel like they have a lot of atheists to talk to in their area, not only consider calling the Hotline Project, but consider volunteering for them, because I'm sure that the audience of Atheist Experience viewers are perhaps the best equipped people there are to actually speak to people who are struggling with doubts about their faith. And I hope that a lot of you, I think all you need to do is actually call in yourself, and and say you want to volunteer, and figure out and they'll figure out where to send you.
Yeah.
Is that right?
Yep, I think so.
Okay.